All right, just part three, I was able to get it to back running. I wasn't going to do it, but then it's Gio Hardiman, and he's speaking some information. I want to see what I want to say.
Morning told Bill Hemmer about how the policies actually need to change as well, in addition to more police and more money. Watch here.
The gun violence that took place over the Memorial Day weekend is just, it's a regular, it's the average day in Chicago. No one has the fear of the police anymore. People don't feel that.
Yeah, it's the regular. It's the regular. He around my age, so he knows it's not nothing changed. If you been in the street, then your perspective's gonna be different than somebody who go to work every day. If you never was out there, you don't know what's going.
Like they're going to be caught if they break the law. Criminal justice reform has backfired on the victims here in Chicago. The police can only do so much. We have policies in Chicago where the police cannot chase somebody in a car. They cannot chase you on foot. Some of them policies need to be reversed right now.
They can't chase you on foot because they can't beat your ass no more. So they like, all right, that works out. When they was beating your ass and they chase you and they get that heart pumping and they catch you, and you'll know next time don't run. So it'll be less running anyway. Be less people running because they don't want that. And you don't want that. That's what Billy Cub for, to beat your ass.
In order to get the job done here in Chicago.
That was also replicated in places like San Francisco and LA.
Yeah, I think we need a criminal justice reform because criminal justice reform focuses on in enhancing the edge that the criminal has on their victims. If you look at everything, it's based on this twisted version of fairness that you are supposed to treat the criminal as fairly as you treat the victim. That's not how it works. You don't.
Yeah, because the criminal, he not born by the regular. He not hurt by none of the stuff you're doing. Because most criminals who really active and they know what they're doing, they know their chances of going to jail or prison. So the thing is for you is to fight, not get caught. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta lie to get out of it, lie. That's all it's gonna take. But whatever you gotta do not to go to prison or jail, that's what you're gonna do. You're not gonna just catch a criminal and they're gonna be fair and square. Yeah, I did it. Come on, man, stop.
You don't have to. Imagine creating laws that increased your likelihood of getting eaten by bears, right? Because that's more fair to bears. That's what's happening to people right now. We've changed the rules of the game so it's easier for victims to become victimized.
Yeah, basically, what he's saying is right. If you're a law-abiding citizen, you more chance. You don't really have no rules because the criminal don't got no rules. He don't care. He'll bust right in your house with a mask on, and if you can't prove it was him, and you know he did it, they still can't do nothing. Oh, we don't got the evidence. We don't got this.
And I've got to, even though I understand Jesse's point about, if kids are playing for fireworks, on Memorial Day, probably should just let it be. But we have a weird disconnect with the word teen, and I've had it. A group of teens doesn't make it any less dangerous than a group of adults. In fact, they're more dangerous because their brains are mush, right? You don't have a fully formed brain until you're 25. So they're.
Yeah, then we going back. We gonna stop making people criminal. Stop locking people up in the as adults till they 20. You can't. It's like a double standard. They said we're gonna try a 14-year-old as an adult because the activity's doing, but now they saying your brain ain't formed till you're 25. So how you gonna lock somebody up? I mean, you gotta you can use it's like contradiction. You saying two different things. Everybody can say, well, your brain don't develop till you 25. So everybody who do something before 25, their case should be evaluated fairly, you know. But after that, we know you're a full-fledged adult, regardless of what kind of crime they commit. Because when you 50 years old and you trying to explain to a 18-year-old, he don't hear you. He's speaking 18, you're speaking 50 or 40. Let me continue.
They're like monsters. Teens are monsters. And when you put them into the group, they are like a swarm. And it doesn't matter to the victim if she's killed by a 33-year-old or a 13-year-old. It'd say, well, at least it was a child. No, we've been protecting teens.
I said that's correct. But that's what I was just saying. How you gonna determine? If you gonna say his brain ain't developed to 25 and he go out here and kill somebody, then what? You know what I'm saying? What is the rule fall in? That's why in the old days, juvenile life was 25. They let you out at 25, and they say by then your brain has changed. You know what I'm saying? Your brain has changed. If a juvenile killed another juvenile, they'll let them out, and they'll say that's why it was called reform school. Say, well, they don't teach you nothing in jail. They don't teach you nothing, but when you want to go back, that's the teaching. The teaching is when you want to lose your freedom again. That's the only thing is there to teach you about losing your freedom.
For so long, because of their age, I think you need to start charging them as adults for violent acts. And I mean, sure, if they're shoplifting, stuff like that. But we have seen this, by the way, in Chicago. The perps are as young as the victims. And everybody goes, it's teens on teens. It's because we're letting the teens go. We don't let people know their past, right? Because it happened before they were 18. We're creating fallacies out of this reform. We expect the target market is going to cheer us as conquering heroes when we.
Yeah, see, the thing when you're under 18 and they always let you go, one day you're going to be 19. One day you're going to be 20. Then you're going to find out. Then you're going to have a problem. That's how you end up getting hard time, a long time.
We do reform. That's not the case. All those dads that went away to jail, they didn't come back and become fathers of the year.
We need a war on teens, is what you're saying.
I'm ready to take the war to the beach and take their firecrackers, Jesse.
I actually have the foot.
He's stupid. We're going to go to the beach and take them firecrackers.
Pursuit protocol. It is 11 pages long in Chicago. Here's what you're not allowed to do if you're pursuing someone as a police officer. You have to stop the pursuit if they enter a building, a structure, a confined space, an isolated area, or a dense or difficult terrain.
Amazing.
That's usually when they beat your ass out in a dense and difficult terrain. They make you run through some grass, some difficult. They're going to be real mad because their uniform going to get dirty too. Basically, basically saying you ain't got no police. They just like community security guards. Basically, that's what they is. They community security guards.
Or if there's inclement weather, you have to immediately stop.
Incredible.
Or if there's
So yeah, what do you do when it's snow out or rain out?
darkness, you have to call off the foot pursuit. Or if it's steep terrain. Or if there's a worn out structure. Or if there's a pile of debris, you have to stop the foot pursuit.
So if you're being.
So basically, hey, if I'm running and I see a pile of dirt and I jump over, you can't chase me no more. That's illegal. I can use that in court. You ain't supposed to. But see, in a dumb criminal thing, they're gonna say, "Hey, why are you supposed to chase me no more? Even if we catch you, you ain't supposed to do that. You ain't supposed to do that." You just ride with somebody and they saw you and they catch you. They say they break all the rules and catch you, and they saw you fair and square. Well, you can't even do that. That's illegal. That's a reprimand.
Chased by the police, run towards any of those things.
Right, you're good.
If you see a pile of debris,
Right.
dive on it. And the police just sat there. Whoop.
That's right.
Walk away. So why would you even
In
bother?
Chicago.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me.
The end. That's the end for today.